We're here in 1765 with 2 letters to Johann Gottlob Immanuel Breitkopf. Breitkopf will be overall one of the most business partners of C.P.E.Bach throughout his whole life. Will be printing many of his books, not as a publisher but as a printer. Immanuel Bach would sell most of his works by himself through agents, so self-publishing artist, so to say. Very modern, would be very modern in our days. So we have 2 letters here, one concerning the publication of a new series of leichte sonata, so also called the leichte, so rather easy sonatas, and the other about food, if I understand well. So the letter is written in Potsdam on the 12th of October 1765. It's a very nice one, very short. Highly born, most noble Herr. My remarks about sheet H, which is the numbering in letters of the manuscript still preserved, of the leichte sonata. He was calling them like that because they were easy. Nobody would complain the difficulty about it. Are enclosed. Although I'm thinking of going directly to Berlin in a few days, please address the next correction to both Potsdam and Berlin, namely a Potsdam u Berlin, so that he made sure that the corrections would return surely. I have arranged here with the post office for everything to be forwarded to me right away, so that's pointing to that. The weather, and that's interesting, the weather is still too mild for transporting fish. So it's too hot in October to have fish transported in a way that it would arrive in a state that it still would be eatable. When our sonatas are complete, would you please send a quantity of copies to Herr Winter? And you will remember Winter as the printer of C.P.E.Bach's Versuch. So he was a business partner as well. Made an episode on the editions of C.P.E.Bach's book. So I've sent a quantity of copies. Would you please send a quantity of copies to Herr Winter for sale, please? Since I promised them to many of my good friends. A small advertisement in our newspapers would not hurt. If the advertisement turns out to be a longer one, then the superficial clavier players can be consoled that these sonatas are distinctly easier than others. I remain as usual your Bach. So the second letter is written a few weeks after the first one, on 27th of October 1765. Again, still in Potsdam, so he was not leaving early in a few days to Berlin again, as he was writing in his previous letter. So Immanuel writes again to Breitkopf, highly born, most honored Herr. Herr Winter, so the publisher, made my mouth water yesterday. It's about food, so it shows also the personality of C.P.E.Bach. So that's Mr. Winter. He told me the larks, I guess he means the birds, were very fine and cheap this time. And then, strange friend, I said, of what help is this to me? Why did you bring nothing along? So that Mr. Winter came to C.P.E.Bach telling that the larks were fine and cheap this year, and then C.P.E.Bach replied, why didn't you? It's fine, but what is of any help to me, because why didn't you bring some of them to me? Enfin, he left me to rely on your kind services, so Breitkopf's. Would you then have the kindness to send me a shock of good larks with the first mail, all at my expenses? Ah yes, you will do it. I take pains to repeat once again that I am not asking for a gift. I will gladly pay everything right away to whomever you assign. With most respectful thanks, I remain as usual, Bach. I don't know how it's with you, but I really enjoyed these kind of letters. Again, they humanize all those long deceased, died composers that we, in a kind of abstract way, call C.P.E.Bach. Play music from, but once were humans like you and I, and letters like this, as I said, they humanize really those persons again. It's like puppets jump up in my brain and start walking around and behaving like human beings, like you and me, and that's, for me, that's really wonderful. Hope for you the same. Stay updated for next episodes. They go 3 times a week as we are planning them now. Maybe 4, we'll see at 5 p.m. And hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. And certainly the bell icon so you can stay notified of all the episodes. Thanks for watching and see you for next letter. That will be to, I don't know yet, a surprise. Bye.